YouTube land, what's up? It's your girl Maccara from Cougar's Closet. Y'all, I have really been trying to rest and it's been going okay, but I do really need more rest. So I tried to get livened up a little bit for y'all, but I'm on my down period and I snuck on here. I just don't seem to know when to get enough, I guess. But so tonight I want to talk to you guys about my recognition that I'm starting to receive for being a poet. People are starting to notice me now as being a poet, and they are starting to see my work, and they are in love with my work. And so I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor here, um, being now in the eyesight as being viewed as who I am really meant to be, who I really am, a poet. So it's a different type of feel. It's a lovely feel to be finally living your dream because I've been a writer all my life. As a kid, that's what this is the only thing I ever did. And to now finally be able to get my work out and not have to keep it boxed all over the place in shoe boxes and papers falling down all over the place, going back trying to remember how I wrote the piece and this and that. I can get out here and just put a piece out there, you know. And so I'm starting to get the recognition, people are coming up to me, telling me things they love, talking about, certain episodes of mine they watched and how it affected them, you know. And so now, right, it's even gotten to the point where I am starting to see my concepts on people. And they think that they can walk away, that I won't notice it. They like it's an idea. Now, everybody has their own ideas, right? But not everybody has their own ideas and concepts that they tailor make put together like I do. So when I notice my concepts on people, ink or anything, tattoos and hairstyles and certain colors. When I notice my creativity on somebody, I'll just walk up to them. And this doesn't happen all the time. But it's starting to get in a chain effect more now. Well, when I see my work, my art, I'll walk up to them. Hey, where'd you get that idea from? And they'll turn around, cut their eye and smile and grin. So I'm starting to see my work in various different forms. And so far, it's the good way. Because, see, the truth is, when you have this kind of, you can activate people. And see, that's what's going on right now. That's the phase I'm in as a poet. I'm activating people. It's activation time. And so now I'm starting to see my activation come towards me. But I'm glad I'm putting out good activation because my activation is coming. And just think if I had been putting out bad activation, it would have been slapping me and pushing my head to the side and uppercutting me. I'm glad when I get on here, I put the right vibe out because now I'm starting to see my seeds. And my seeds are coming back and I like them. They're weird. They're creative. They some of them don't flat out give a shit. As far as expression goes. Like, see, I know my work out there because I only have the key. There's a certain type of key you have to have for these things I'm starting to see come. And so I like it. And some people I don't say anything. I only say that to the people that I'm real cool with. That I feel like we can talk like that. But a lot of times I see my work and I just walk by. But I know it's mine. But I I love being a poet. That's all I ever wanted to be. And so now that I'm starting to get the feedback, that's amazing. But, there's a flip side of being a poet. And the flip side of being a natural born poet is that poets get drained because this is a lot of spiritual work. This is a lot of energy work. This is a lot of Dick Tracy. This is a lot of Sherlock Holmes. This is a lot of teaching. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot of moving out the way. It's a lot of things going on, with this position here that I run. And so, it can be very draining, especially if it's not all you're doing. And this is not all I'm doing. I'm also very physical on my body. So, with those two forces wrecking, it's a dangerous energy. What can I say? But I love it, but my thing consists of my diet from off of here is to try to clean up a little bit. Wash my hair. Make sure I drink so much water. Make sure I eat so much salad. Take a bath. Fall in love with water. I have to lay down and really go to sleep. Lay down and try to listen to your horoscopes and feed your soul because you've been on here feeding other people's souls. Yeah. So it's pros and cons of being a natural born poet or just a person of creativity, period. And see, my work is unstoppable. My work is unimaginable. My work is touchable. Like my work is activational. My work is awakening. My work is live. It's word. It feeds you. Not just the soul. You covered. Spiritual, physical, whatever, mental, you're covered. But it's a draining business. But when I was trying to come up and get into the poet brim or get in the poet's bracket, back then they had so many it was like you couldn't hardly get in. And not only that, you couldn't hardly get in because people was coming from other big places, from New York and going here and there, because they know maybe this is the poet city, Philly or something. I never had any way to get nothing out. I couldn't, get in the rim because it was sold up. People had their backpacks on their backs and their paper and their recorders and their tapes. I watched this. I watched the poetry movement because that's my crowd. But I didn't have the suitcase with the $1 million in it where I could move to the Apple, and pursue my dream. I didn't have it. And when I get there, who would I talk to? I haven't even found any connections. And then if I did find them, 9 times out of 10, they not who they say they are. My money just juked. I just took a loss. I got a little bit, but I didn't get all what I was promised because you didn't have the connection to take me worldwide. Yeah. But I got a feeling that I'm using my energy in a good way because I'm seeing good things. And so, when it's like that, I'll share. But I'm just saying, on the flip side, the honesty of this is that I know that I'm activating people. But I don't want to activate any more beast of obsession, any more beast of possession, and things like that. I was doing that before the internet. If you came in my realm, if you happen to be so many feet away, that was part of the Slutty Hotel 6 collection. Like, I want to make sure I'm activating good things through my poetry. I want to make sure you learn things through my poetry. I want you to laugh through my poetry. I want you to learn something about my poetry. I want you to learn something about yourself about my poetry. I want to heal you with my poetry. I can do it. I am now officially the doctor of poetry. Yeah. I love this. I love what I do. I'm just happy now that it has an outlet. And now that it has an outlet, I got the nerve to want to get tired and burn out, but I can't. I got somewhere to be, somebody waiting on me, I swear to God. The shit, I make it look good, but just think about how draining it was to create such a beautiful piece, because this ain't no bullshit at Cougar's Closet. I wear my title well, and so do you all if you're in my room. My cougars and my mountain lions, I wear my title well. And y'all representing out on the street too. But it's like I'm so worn out from trying to create pieces that I don't get a chance to enjoy. Every blue moon, I'll go on here and watch my own work and look at some stuff. Some stuff that I've created, I can't look at because it's just too real. It's just too touchy. But I had to get the energy out there. I had to get the message out there to who it was going to. I had to let somebody know how to deal with that. Whew. But I don't want to visit some of my work that I put out. I just had to be the whatever to get this stuff delivered and hauled off. I had to get the message out to somebody. I had to get the message out to you. I had to get the message out to your daughter. I had to get the message out to your son. I had to get the message out to your granddaughter. See, I'm delivering all over the place. I'm working for everybody. So I have to try to learn to take it easy, because using this much energy, it probably could create a health effect. With this much activity going on. So I have to take it easy. So there's pros and cons to being a poet as well. And then too, it's the emotional thing. Because when you say cry rivers, you don't just say cry rivers, you really, really cry rivers. So this is a draining job. And really, once it blows out there, right? I'm gonna be honest and tell you this. There's not enough money that could pay me for this work. I'll never receive the paycheck I'm supposed to receive for being Maccara the poet. You can't put a price tag on it. There's no numbers. I'm already knowing that going in the game. I don't have a price tag. I'm unlimited. I'm past the sky. I'm out of space. I'll never get paid what I'm worth for being the cougar, for being Maccara the poet, for being Miss Manson, for being the godmother, I'll never get paid for being what's her name? Erica Exotic, or whoever the hell she is. When she come out, y'all know that woman when she hit the scene. When she the one that told y'all about Slutty Hotel 6, erotica, whoever y'all know. I'll never get paid what I'm worth because I don't have a tag. So whatever I get paid It's just comfortability for me. It ain't even enough to showboat with, not in that form. Because I ain't trying to impress nobody. It would just be comfortability money. Yeah. Y'all know I can't say that. That's too big a word. So, yeah. But I'm enjoying, my journey. And to see my work start actually coming to the physical, this shit can get scary sometimes. Like, because when I see my work, for some, I act like I don't see it. And I be like, whoa, when it gets out the car and I see what's going on here, I be like, whoa, what the fuck did I just do? And I know for a fact I did it. Trust me, I did this. They know I did it. But it's been good so far. Yeah. So, this is the thing, y'all. I promised my mother that I wouldn't participate in any voodoo and any witchcraft. That's what I promised my mother. But I didn't promise her I wouldn't do magic. I didn't promise her I wouldn't do magic. So I like to dabble in magic. I have to have some type of outlet since I had to promise her that I wouldn't partake in voodoo and witchcraft. So it blows out in the form of positivity magic now. Because see, my mama know I'm a gangster on the voodoo tip. She know it. She know I'm a monster on the witchcraft tip. She know it. My mom would walk behind me and pump to me in my head what would happen to me if I started activating these powers and using them. You going to hell. The fire gonna be 10 times hotter if you use that shit. That shit gonna come back on you 10 times fold. My mother used to be behind me, no lie, riding me like that about not using these type of things here. I don't even know how the fuck she knew I had them. I didn't discuss that with her in the beginning. I don't even know how she knew I was rolling like that. But I didn't promise her I wouldn't perform magic. Good things, positive things, things that bring good results. White things, only light things. I didn't promise her put a smile on somebody else's face, allow them to see a twinkle in the stars in their eyes. I didn't promise her I wouldn't make people feel good about who they were and bring out the potential and make them notice themselves. I didn't promise her I wouldn't make people unite. See, I already knew to have one in the back, have a spirit in the back, because I already knew how Mama Rose said. If she knew that was back there, she would have tried to jack me for that too. And you wasn't getting that. You just want me to lay there cold turkey, don't be able to do nothing. I gotta do something, Mom. I'm gonna turn tricks. And I turned those one slutty Hotel 6 tricks too. But now I'm turning these type of tricks. Yeah, I lost them all. Now I'm carrying these type of tricks. I'm pulling magic out my bag. Glitter, stars, dust out my purple bag on the sidewalk as I walk by. That's what I'm doing now. And people say they like it. I just wish I would have been able to pursue my dreams earlier. I would have been a beast. I would have been so monstrous in this game if I had went straight out of school And you see, if they had had a performing arts, that would have made me try to figure out and work harder on my schooling. But they didn't have me. I didn't see nothing that made me work hard for nothing. They wasn't flying me into the NYC to recite a poetry or a piece or write a story or predict a crime scene unit for somebody. They wasn't nothing to make me jump, so I didn't. Yeah, I got lazy. I got dumb. I went into a shell. I got cold. I got resistant. I got hard. I did these things. Yeah. But now I'm hot. I'm heat. I'm passion. I'm shaking it up. Oh my God. I be having to laugh at myself, y'all. I really do. Damn, I'm dope. Is that all right to say? Hell yeah. That's fucking all right to say. Damn, I'm dope. This shit is just so weird science. She's blinding me with science. You know, I didn't promise my mom I wouldn't do magic. I can put you in a trance, but it's going to be a crazy, wild trance. You'll love it. Nothing grimy, nothing dirty. I didn't promise my mom I wouldn't give people a wild ride of their life. I didn't promise her that. I promised her I wouldn't participate in voodoo and witchcraft. Oh, well, y'all. I got about 3 swigs of the Smirnoff left. I don't know if y'all want to hang around for this drunk session or not. Hey, drunk truth session. A drunk person speaks sober thoughts. Y'all hear me? I ain't grip. A drunk person speaks sober thoughts. I ain't gripping on the mic tonight. Who said I was gripping? Y'all be wanting me to grip so bad. Y'all so touchy. A drunk person speaks sober thoughts. Yep. Oh, well, I got a quarter left. Would y'all like to stay out? I'll kick about 2 more seconds. Hey, are you telling your friends about this page? Y'all got my page locked up. It's like when y'all get on here and y'all watch me, like, y'all be like with the computer, I ain't telling nobody about this. I ain't telling nobody about her. I got her the way I want her. She mine. Y'all won't spread so other people can get a chance to know me and feel good and get healing and doing this. Y'all want me to y'all selves. I know what's going on. I know what's going on in your homes. Then I have to get out here and invite people to come. Because y'all don't want to share me with nobody. Y'all need to stop that. It's enough for me to go around. I told y'all this. I'm in your room every night. I'm in there. I make this happen. Don't ask me how, but I do. Oh, God. Did I say I said I had 1 more sweet left, and I got to get off of this thing. God, I got to take some magnesium and shit and some potassium. I got to go to work tonight. I got to be the monster in the game. Because right now, I'm broke down. I'm the car that's off to the side. My motherfucking tire's cocked in the air. That's me on the highway. Yeah, well, this concludes my segment about recognition as a poet. I just want to uh, uh, shout out to people and thank them for liking my work and being a fan of my work and inspiring me. I want to say thank you for that. You know, I knew, that I had poetry, but I knew I had poetry for me at the time. I didn't know I had poetry for y'all. Woo! Some of y'all ain't gonna get that. But anywho, I'm going to log off Cougar's Closet. Mwah.